Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be your weekly reading, and it's going to be a you versus them spread. So, you versus them generally is relationship oriented, and that can be any relationship where you are dealing with another person and you want to tune in and you want to find out a little bit of extra information about you versus them. And it doesn't have to be adversarial relationship. It can just be a family member, a potential business partner, a romantic interest. If it's not somebody in your current here and now, it'll be someone in your near future. So for the sign of Taurus, let's dive in to your energy first. For the sign of Taurus, I have the Wyspell tarot here, by the way. Taurus. We have the Ace of Cups, beautiful. The Eight of Wands, all right. And the Hermit. This is your Earth cousin Virgo energy here. Major Arcana, so this is our Trump energy, essentially. Takes the cake. It is like the main player in the ball game. And the Hermit energy is about, and this is on your mind. This is what you're really thinking about a lot. And it is that you need to detach from society right now. You need to pull back from socialization. You need to tune in, tap in, turn on to who you are, what you are. What's your truth? Where's your light? What makes you who you are? Your wisdom. You need to find your wisdom. You don't need to look for it in a book. You don't need to listen for it in a podcast. You don't need to go to a counselor to have them tell you what your truth is. You need to find out for yourself. The Hermit holds the magic wand, the fire representation. However, the staff of the Hermit is not only a little bit of fire energy, but it is guidance. It helps them find their way in the dark. The Hermit usually does operate in the dark. They don't usually have everything out in the broad wide open. They take their sabbatical, if you will, alone by themselves, away from everybody's view. They don't make a big announcement about it. They just are going to go off and be alone, be by themselves. Maybe it's a weekend, maybe it's just one day where you take a sick leave and you just focus on your mental health, on finding your truth, your light, your wisdom. That's Virgo energy. Taurus, there is nothing wrong with tapping into that. And then the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands, very interesting because you are open to love. I do think that the Hermit is paramount. You need to do that before you even think about finding love, being open to love. And the Eight of Wands means in a hurry. You want it. You want to be in love. You want to fall in love. You want to see things happen for you in your heart space. Now, this is another perspective because the Ace of Cups for me is either I'm open to love from another, I'm going to give my cup of love to someone and show them that I feel how I feel about them, or it's how I feel about myself. The Ace of Cups is a one. It's a one of the emotions. It's my self-love. It's me developing, finding, getting in touch and tune with Hermit energy, my cup, my heart, who I am, what I have to give. How do I know what I'm going to be with anyone else unless I go find it first? And I need to do that as soon as possible. Eight of Wands, fast. It doesn't mean rush away and scurry off and not, be responsible with your responsibilities, but this is interesting energy that can go either way. It's that you need to go take time to be by yourself before you think about getting into a relationship with others. That's good advice. But this can also be until you go off and be alone and detach from everybody else, you'll never understand pure, true, healthy self-love. And in order to make moves and take actions towards anyone, you need to first love yourself. That's great advice too. So take it how it fits, if it fits at all for you, Taurus. Let's look at their energy. Their energy can be, like I said, a family member, a friend, a business partner, any way that this might fit. Let's find out their energy for the sign of Taurus. 8 of Pentacles, the Devil, Earth energy, and 8 of Swords. Interesting. 2 8s. If 8 is a significant number for you in numerology, 8s are usually about prosperity, abundance, manifestation. We have 2 8s here. One is mental, cerebral, swords. One is pentacles, earth, stability, seed growth energy. And it's your energy, Taurus, but it's usually about work. It's usually about mastering your craft, being really good at something. And the air energy is your thoughts. And this is on their mind. This person feels a very hard worker. The devil energy is not always negative. It is portrayed negative a lot of times because the devil just has a negative connotation. But in this energy here, it is really about its earth energy. It's Capricorn, attributed to the sign of Capricorn. But it is really like, I've heard it expressed by another tarot reader that said it's like the engine of the car. Your car doesn't go anywhere without the engine. The devil energy is like the get up and go to the machine. So this is actually what empowers. This is a very empowered person. This is a person that you might be dealing with, or that you will be dealing with, that is a very independent, hard worker. They really like sun up to sundown. They could even be overworking. The devil can always represent toxic energy in the way of addictions, like overworking, overeating, intimization. It can be any addictions: drinking, drugs, sex, rock and roll, all that stuff. And the devil energy is just that powerhouse, and it's work. But this person has a lot on their mind. They're always stuck in their head. Their analyzation, it's paralysis by analysis. And on their mind is their thoughts. So they might not even be available to a relationship or a business partnership because they are so stuck in their own head all the time that it's almost impossible for you to get through. Let's clarify. I have the Naked Heart Tarot here. So let's give this a shuffle and let's find out for the sign of Taurus. First, clarify Taurus, please. The sign of Taurus. Naked Heart Tarot. We have Hermit, Ace of Cups, 8 of Wands. Interesting energy. Lots of earth on the table, that's for sure. All right, here we go. 6 of Pentacles. The Fool. The High Priestess. Major Arcanas. The Fool, the High Priestess, Aries energy, taking chances, taking risks. High Priestess, trust your intuition. You know what's up. You do. At the end of the day, Taurus, it doesn't take much, invitation to education for you. You see what's going on. You intuit things. You're a feeler. You're fixed earth. You feel things in your soul of what's going on in your environment. You feel it. You are open to taking risks and chances, but only if there's reciprocity. Only if the business partner or the romantic interest or the friend is willing to give as much as they get. If you are the one giving someone a drink from a fire hose and all they can give you is a little trickle trickle from a spigot, you're not interested. You're not doing it. It's a no for you. Let's clarify their energy, whoever they are. Clarify Taurus, they or their, them, please. All right. The sign of Taurus. These are very sticky. Goodness sakes. 9 of Swords. Goodness. Right next to the 8. 6 of Swords. See, this person is in the 4. They are not ready. If you're the pusher, or but you're trusting your intuition, you're open to taking risks and chances, but only with someone who reciprocates. This person is not that person, because all they're doing for the most part is thinking, strategizing, worrying, analyzing, locking themselves in their own mental prison in their mind. 9 of Swords, and it's affecting them so much they don't even get sleep at night because they're worrying, stressing, fretting, going over, scenarios, replaying in their mind. Very dramatic is what it feels like. And then, 6 of Swords, they are trying to figure out a way to find calm and peace in their life, but the only way for them to find out what's going on is for them to rest and relax and recharge and rejuvenate. But they're so wrapped up in their head, in all their thoughts, it feels like they're in a mental spiral. I'm not going to make any harsh judgments, but it almost feels like this person has mental health issues. So Taurus, if you are dealing with someone that fits this, it just might not be the right time for you to connect with them. That's okay. You keep working on you and you let them work on them. Let's bring over oracle cards. These are Intuitive Whispers oracle cards. Intuitive Whispers oracle. For the sign of Taurus, we have one next step. Card number 36. Card number 36 is one next step, and it adds up to the number 9. In numerology, the number 9 represents completion, conclusions, compassion, 3 C's. And this says one next step. So sometimes all it takes, let's just look at this person for instance. One next step would be to get out of their head, plain and simple. That one next step could make or break them succeeding in situations. Let's look at you. One next step for you could be for you to trust that intuition of yours and take a risk, take a chance, but only after you've hermited yourself to find your truth, your wisdom first. And then I feel like taking a risk, taking a chance would be logical, would make sense for you. This is your reading, Taurus. Remember that I, Spicy Sunflower Tarot, am on TikTok and on YouTube. And your likes and your follows, your subscribes and your shares, your comments, blessed. I love it. Thank you. Please continue to do that. And I love having you and your energy. Be blessed. Be well.